Voice of Truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good evening, good afternoon, and aloha. Welcome to another episode of INCRadio Hawaii-Pacific. My name is Brother Bruce Tan from the local congregation of Kunia, and I'm one of your hosts tonight. But I'm not alone. As you can see, next to me is also our host, which is...
Good evening, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Erwin Sunga. I'm very happy to be here for this special episode. And to my right is our fellow host, Brother Israel Brandon Pacheco. I'm the district CFO overseer. And to my right,
I'm Brother Randy Domingo. And to my right,
I'm Sister Janella Boy.
now to my right are our guest, and us three will be hosting today. And today is a very special episode when it comes to our INC Radio. We'll be recapping what happened in this year, 2025, our favorite memories, the different activities that we had throughout this year, and just reliving everything that we went throughout this year. Back to Brother Bruce.
And it's very special, and we're very lucky to be here and recap the activities. So tell us, Brother Brandon, what did we do in the month of January?
So starting off with the month of January, we had our flag football activity and our softball activity, and the brethren in all the different islands were able to gather together. And we had a picnic in every single island, and we're able to both play softball and flag football on those days. But before we continue on, if we can kind of go back to our guest, what are your offices? Brother Randy first.
aloha again. My name is Brother Randy Domingo. I'm from the local Miley. At Miley, I am a deacon as well as the district book club president.
And Sister Janella?
Hello, brethren. I am also from the local congregation of Miley. I am a AWS choir member, a CWS auditor, and I'm also the district Kadiwa.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're just wondering if we can have one fun fact of you before we continue with our program.
My fun fact is my middle name directly translates into brave. So technically, brave is my middle name.
Sister Janella, brave boy. To put that
Sister Janella.
I don't know about my fun fact. I guess my fun fact is I'm in the industry of hospitality, but when I'm outside of work, I like to do things with my hands. So I do a lot of handiwork things, handyman things, whether it's building things or working outside of the yard.
Awesome. How long were you in the industry?
I've been in the industry now for 35 years, since 1990.
Oh, wow.
That was a couple years ago.
Yes.
Awesome. So it's only been a few years. Going back to our topic, and we'll start off with Sister Janella first. You know, we had all these different activities throughout this year from January up until now. What was one of the activities that stood out to you and your favorite memory when it came?
Great question, Brandon. I feel like we had a lot of really good activities this year. But for me, I would have to say, hands down, the CFO day and the band ticket.
That was on the same day, correct?
Yes, brother. Yes, it was very hectic, very fun, a lot of coordination. But it was really fulfilling to see all the brethren that came out.
You know, for all of us here, when it came to that CFO day, what was, something that stood out? Like, what was one of our favorite memories, Brother Bruce?
I think the camaraderie of all the brethren throughout the locations, the congregation, everybody got together and really bonded. I think that was the highlight of the event, that not everybody knows each other, but this time of that event really bring out everybody and introduce themselves, and they got to meet for the first time, and that was awesome.
I think this was our third CFO day, correct? Third or fourth CFO day here in our district. I remember last year was raining really, really hard on our CFO day, but this year we had a little bit more clear weather. When it came to that CFO day, Randy, what was something that stood out, maybe a memory?
Mine's actually what I really remember was CFO Cares. As we were preparing here in the locale, Eva Beach.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, but it was pouring. It was like raining hard. And just before, I mean, everything was up. The bouncy house was up. It was getting wet. It was like a small pond in there. But just before the activity was starting, the weather cleared. I think it all helped, especially with the panatos that we've been having. So all praise to our
Our Almighty God, to bless us with
Yes.
good weather on that.
definitely.
CFO, because we had so many different activities, but Erwin, what was one of the activities that stood out to you? One of the favorite activities and your favorite memory when it came?
From my perspective, one of the activities that stood out for me was unity games, of course, for basketball. I don't want to brag, but Honolulu. No, I'm just joking. But Honolulu did really well, and it's nice to see. The thing about unity games is when you see all of the teams afterwards, and you get to see them, of course, after the spirit of the competition, and then you get to see them bond afterwards, take a picture afterwards, and even invite each other to play basketball after the unity games. It's nice to see the brethren, their bond grow stronger through a sport that they truly like and truly love. That's nice to see.
And since January, I think we had several different unity games. In January, we had the softball and flag football. Did you guys play in that? Randy, I know that you're a big football guy, and you were playing quarterback, and you threw it like Tom Brady and Joe Montana.
And the biggest cheerleader.
Oh, yes. Yes. And then aside from that, we had our pickleball unity games. That was back in July. And even our CWS unity games, CWS edition basketball. We had our volleyball back in September. And even our adults, the Binhi Kadiwa and Buklod unity games in May. And we had all these different unity games so that the brethren will be able to find their sport, because a lot of them are into different sports. And when it came to pickleball, that was the one that was surprising to me, because before that, I didn't know that we had so many pickleball enthusiasts in the district. And on that day, we were able to see all these different brethren. Actually, they were all from different backgrounds when it came to their expertise on pickleball. So there were some that were just beginning to play, so they were starting to get to know the rules. How did you guys find that activity, Arwin?
Pickleball, it's a tougher sport than I thought it would be.
True.
I thought it was a smaller court and tennis would be, but has its own set of rules too. That to this day I don't understand.
Yeah. There's a kitchen. That's pretty much all I got from it. There's a kitchen and racket. So that's what I got from that activity. Sister Janelle, do you remember that activity?
Oh, yes, that was a lot of lessons learned. I remember having to figure out how to even score brethren, because it was also very, it almost sounded like we were just yelling out numbers, but then it all worked out because brethren were even helping us along the way, and we understood scoring, and then the spectators. It's really
Going back to kind of our CFO day, we all had our different memories. One of my favorite is the food, of course. And as you can see, I enjoyed the food there even up till now. I look back on it and it was really, really good. And but after that activity, actually, we had our CFO Cares, like what was mentioned by our brother Randy, and that was specifically toward helping out our brethren in the church. And this was something that was launched by our deputy executive minister for his birthday, and we were able to also commemorate his birthday on that. After that activity, we had our Care for Humanity, and we were able to help out our fellow man, and that wasn't the only one that we had in the year of 2025. Not only here in Eva Beach, but we also had our Care for Humanity in American Samoa. There you go, brother. We had it there in American Samoa, and though our fellow officers here were not able to go, they saw pictures from it, I believe, and we're able to talk to the brethren over there, led by our district supervising minister, Brother Jem. We're able to not only connect with the brethren over there, but also the village chief, all the different people, and help them out. And if you can remind me, Carwin, how many different laptops did you give?
Yep.
Was it 40 different laptops were given out to the students there. It's really nice to be able to document them and to get to see their reaction of them actually receiving what the church was offering that day. It's really a sight to see. And you can really see the happiness in the people that day, the village there, and to know that even if it's a small congregation like that, like American Samoa, big hearts, the brethren there are full of faith and full of love, and to see it resonate and to spread through all the people there, it was a really blessed sight to see. And shout out to Ka Brian and Ashete over there. Shout out to Ka Brian. Ka Brian and Sister Christine, we miss you, and we hope to see you soon. But going back to the different activities that we had in the year 2025, I'm looking at our list of different activities, and we did also have a blood donation here in Eva Beach, and I think it's been about a year, maybe a year and a half since our district had our blood donation, and here in Hawaii, if you guys remember what Herman had discussed with us, and Herman is one of the coordinators, one of those that helped us out with planning these blood donations. That here in Hawaii, it's very difficult that even at times to put these together. And the Iglesia Ni Cristo is actually one of the bigger contributors when it comes to the blood donation. Were you guys able to give?
I was here in support.
I was exploding.
Yes, I believe we're all outside eating.
Yes.
So that was my favorite part too. Yes, after you give blood, you get to eat anything, and that's the best part about giving blood, and also helping out as much as we can to our fellow men. When it came to these other activities, what else stood out to your sister Janelle? What other activity?
Ooh, another activity that stood out to me was the musical evening.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's bone chilling to hear all of our performers sing, and how long and how many hours they took just to practice and prepare those for us. And I feel like it really spoke to those who we want to invite, and even brothers, to really
Where do we have that again?
Barrington. Okay, Barrington High School auditorium.
McKinley.
Oh,
McKinley, yeah. Barrington was the 110th anniversary.
yes.
And the year before that, we had our 55th, right? And that was at the Hawaii Convention Center, right? And then this year we had a McKinley, and actually we had many different performances from the different, from all over the district, actually. And, our brethren were able to be used as our Almighty God's instruments when it came to calling more people inside of the church, because I believe we had several different guests. We don't have God King with us right now, but to give us those numbers, but we had many, many guests on that day. And I remember leading up to that activity, the brethren staying, coming to the Eva Beach Function Hall and practicing, and to perfect those different songs. It truly took dedication, but I remember all of them being so happy being here, even though they might have been tired or exhausted from work. They're able to perfect those different songs. And one of those people that are with us a lot of the time was our brother Nate, who's also helping us with TSV, but you cannot see him on screen, but he's waving at us right now, giving us a wink even. No, hey, thanks, brother Nate. And brother Axel is one of our singers. We'll have him sing later, but not right now. Randy will be the one to sing right now. Go ahead, brother Randy. 1, 2, 3. I'm just joking. Yes, but after the musical EVM, which was on Sunday, we had another activity on that Monday. Do you remember that, Carwin?
Yes, we had our Unity Games volleyball edition. And even though we had an activity right the day before, the participation and the energy was high. It was a really nice activity to have. You got to see all of the talent that volleyball really is the sport here in Hawaii. And it was nice to see the talent, the camaraderie.
I don't want to brag, brother Erwin, but
Go, Brad.
when I was Binhi back in 2005, we got second place. I don't want to brag. That was back in the district of Northern California when we were just one, but that was a couple years ago only. So that was, I don't want to brag. Yeah. Do you guys play volleyball?
No.
Do you guys play volleyball?
I'm really good at watching, brother.
Really good at watching volleyball. Yes. I'm pretty good at, before. That was like a couple years ago though. So I retired since. I don't play anymore.
But the objective is practice makes progress.
Yes.
Like the local congregation of Kunia really take the time and practice every Saturday at
Oh, cool.
OII community.
Oh, that's
And
right.
so we really take that to heart.
Mhm.
And that's why the day
Yes.
before actually the year before we actually won the championship, both the brother and the sister division.
That's right. That's right. And you guys made it to the finals this year.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, when it came to volleyball, you have to get the ball over the net. That's also the objective.
Yes. And it's all about team playing too.
Yeah, I'm just
It's
joking.
all about the start.
I'm just joking. But prior to going back to the blood donation, before that we had that activity, we had our Binhi Friendship Day, and even though Brother Jeremiah isn't with us or even Sister Galen, when we had that Binhi Friendship Day and we're there in Maile, Karani was one of those that helped with cooking. You remember that day?
Yep.
And I believe it was kind of warm that day. Also, is there in
Water balloon fighting and yeah.
a lot of different activities, yes. So, with when we see the Binhi, those that are from, 12 to 17 years old, and they're having so much fun on that day. And our hope is that when it comes to those different activities, they remember that, and that inspires them in their obligations to the Almighty God. Because our Almighty God did bless them with those different moments in their life. And, these activities are approved by the church administration. So truly our Almighty God's hand is in these different Binhi activities. And another Binhi activity that we had recently, I believe it was last month, we had our, what was that again?
Get together.
We had our Binhi get together.
And I think some of our children attended. My child didn't, and Ka Irwin's didn't, and then Brother Bruce's future child did not, and Sister Janella's future child did not. But
Yeah.
our brother Randy's son, I think,
Yes, my son Evan enjoyed that evening. Actually, there was a really nice, a nice get together, especially coming off from that. I believe we had that Benhi and Kadiwa get together or a special gathering, and then right after that, our Binhis were able to enjoy that night, early evening together at the function hall. It was nice because as young as 12 years old to 17-year-old, you've seen how some younger ones unfolded throughout the night because some of them were shy in the evening, and towards the end of the night, they were like mingling and just mingling with older Binhi.
yeah.
And it was nice. It was a nice gathering. It was a nice night for them to remember with the activities that were prepared for them and all that. So looking forward to more activities like this, especially for young Binhis and Kadiwas.
And they weren't just on their phones the whole time.
No, not at all. I believe it was banned that night.
Yes, yes. When it came to yes. Yes, I remember, when I was Binhi, which again was a couple of years ago, and we didn't have. We had cell phones. We had the Razr, and the Sidekick, I believe. Correct, Brother Nathan. Those type of phones, but nothing that is as advanced as it is today. What kind of phone did you have back then, brother?
I had a Motorola Razr, and I bragged that phone.
Yes. I had the Sidekick. How about you, Brother Bruce?
I don't have any.
Okay. Before. That. How about you, Sister Nerlan?
I actually had a Nokia, brother.
A Nokia.
Yeah.
Yeah, they.
Mine,
You ever play the games on there? Nope.
mine was actually the actual brick from Motorola. It was the size of a shoe.
The big '90s.
Yeah, and some of them, if you wanted to be cooler, it had a wire that attached to a box and you couldn't carry it, which defeats the purpose of selling it wireless.
So that was considered cool.
You'd be driving in your car and you're picking it up with that line showing.
Oh yes. I remember also we used to carry our CD players in
Yes.
pockets,
Yeah.
and there's no wireless. That was a couple years ago, though. That was only a couple years ago. But going back, to the different activities that we had, also in the month of November, and we don't have Brother Mark with us, but we had our scan appreciation. And back in February, we had our scan grand eyeball and 3-on-3 basketball with the scan. And through the church administration, the scan members, I remember talking to one of them, and they truly felt appreciated. Which was that aim of the activity. We don't see them too much because, of course, during the worship services, we see the choir members, we see the deaconesses, but prior to the worship services happening and prior to the activities, the scan are actually here, making sure that everything is safe for us. And when it comes to the scan society organization, truly our Almighty God has continued to bless them over. And when it comes to scan, I have a very personal attachment to it because my dad's a scan member, and so when we were younger, we used to always have to go with him to help guarding the chapel, or go there early to the chapel, or during the big activities, he would have to be there a lot earlier. And when it comes to the scan organization, praises be to our Almighty God that it continues to grow, not only here in our district, but all. Shout out to Scan. Thank you for making us feel safe. Every gathering, every activity. Thank you. Thank you. Do you guys want to join the Scan?
Actually, that was my first duty
Oh, really?
when I first joined the church back in 2018.
2018.
Yeah, and I was very fortunate to be part of the scan when Eduardo was here for the blessing of Eva Mattel.
Wow.
Yeah, that was very much memorable.
July 27,
Yep.
2018. 50 years. That also is a very special day for me, but I don't have to elaborate on that.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty cool day. Yeah. Where were you on that day, Sister Janela? Were you able to make it inside?
No, actually, brother, I feel like it filled up really fast. Like I had to do a nearby elementary school.
Yeah. How about you, Brother Bruce?
I had to fly from Lihue to Honolulu to see Brother Eduardo V. Manalo for the first time, and I was very blessed to come to shook his hand. So that was awesome.
That was your first time?
Yes,
Oh, Brother Bruce, you're always helping out with the INC Radio and hosting. And I never really got to interview you. What year did you enter the church?
I was baptized on October 2015, the day before the birthday of Eduardo V. Manalo.
Oh, that's 10 years, brother. Yes, years. Yes. Oh, you reached a little over 10 years.
Yes,
Here.
I'm 11 years old.
10 and a half. Oh, yeah. So close, brother. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. And then truly God has continued to bless you and not only helping out the INC Radio, but actually all the district activities. And we thank you for all your heart.
Oh, thank you.
Going back to the activities that we had this year, a lot of these are new activities, and a lot of these are activities that we had over the years. Going into the year 2026, what kind of activities are you all looking forward to? I'm gonna start out with.
Maybe I'm biased, but I'm really looking forward to get more with others. Getting to understand who we are, especially in the time period of a Kadiwa, where you're figuring out your careers, your relationship with friends or with significant others, meet and greet new brethren, even if it's just an art.
That reminds me, Sister Janella, this year, 2025, we had our international Kadiwa meet and greet, right? And last year, that was in Canada, and Sister Janella was able to go, and praise be to God, I was also able to go and kind of witness all this love in the air when it comes to meet and greet night. Not only love between brother and sister, but also, with all the different brethren, and we're able to meet them from all different parts of the world. But Brother Bruce, I was able to attend the one in Japan. How was that, brother?
It was exciting. You got to meet a lot of, um, single brother and sisters throughout the world. And that's the time when everybody really got to talk to each other, more on the personal level. But because there's so much things going on, everybody get to talk to everybody in a short period of time. I wish that we could follow up more and have a follow up event. That way we're able to see each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was Canada first, and then Japan, and then Hawaii, right? No, we don't know where the next Kadiwa meet and greet will be, but wherever it might be in the year 2026, it'll be as exciting as it was in the past 2 years. Getting back to the year 2026, what type of activities, Randy, are you looking forward to?
I think as bookload, I think for most bookload, I think looking forward to bookload night, possibly a formal night for 2026. It's just a beautiful event, seeing everybody get together. But before that, just full preparation from the entire committee. And many probably don't know, but putting a bookload night or any event there's so much hands into it, and just a lot of shout out to the committees that put out these events, from the preparation, the committee, the decorations, the entertainment, all of that into making it a successful one. So although the year is ending and we didn't have one for this year, but I'm sure 2026 will have a great one, a successful one, and we look forward to it. But just one of those nights when seeing couples dress up and see a lot of laughters and love in the air. It's just one of those nights where Mr. and Mrs. can go out and celebrate the night amongst themselves and with the brethren from the district. So very much looking forward to that next year.
Awesome. Randy, how about you, Brother Bruce?
I definitely wanted to see more of the chef, the Mr. and Mrs. Chef. I love the food. So hopefully the neighboring islands can get together with us and show some cuisines that they love and to share it with us.
Are you going to participate this?
Hopefully. I've been
Cool.
practicing.
For Mr. and Mrs. Chef, brother, we're going to find you somebody, brother, before that happens. And then as soon as we're going to be like, it's on next month is going to happen.
That's a great.
All right.
Yes. How about you, Ka Erwin?
I'm looking forward to, as a resident minister, I always look forward to spending more time with the locale. So with the new monthly meetups, excited to see what we
Yes.
can cook up, whether it be cooking activities or games at the chapel, like e-games or esports, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Or going hiking with the locale. Anything that makes the bond with the locale stronger, I'm looking forward. And I hope every month we have a nice activity for each organ. What about you, Brother Brandon? Any activities you're looking forward to?
It's always the monthly meetup, like what you mentioned. It's a new thing for the Christian Family Organization, because instead of having our regular monthly meetings, it was changed to a monthly meetups where we're having all these different activities per organization. And when it comes to the monthly meetups, it's not just on the local level. There's or rather by organization in the locale. There's going to be also by locale and even by district. So with these different activities, it is the aim of the church administration that all the more the brethren in the different organizations will be able to get closer to one another. Because a lot of us here, when it came to us becoming more active as members of the church, it was first on the local level, getting to know the brethren there, and then when it came to the big district activities, we stayed close to our locale, but we met all these different brethren, and
There's like an excitement.
yes. But it starts off with the locale, and then once you're very familiar with your locale and with the brethren there, then you're able to kind of branch out to the different local congregations, and you get close to brethren there. And without these Christian family organization activities, um, uh, for me, it was a huge thing. Of course, our worship services, that is number one. But when it came to the Christian Family Organization, that got me very active along with my family. When it came to the Unity Games, those were one of the big activities in our district of Northern California before Brother Irwin, that really got us active and very excited to come to those activities. And with that, we came to worship service, and we were more active in our services to Almighty God as choir members. 'Cause I believe you're a choir member before, right, Brother Irwin?
Was before I joined.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a sound, or we'll give you guys an example later, and we'll sing for you guys. Okay, but not for the guests. They're not ready for that yet. All right, brother Bruce. I think we're gonna be wrapping up soon.
Yes, before we end the episode, we can you tell us what will be our upcoming activity, Brandon?
Here in the month of December, because it's already late in December, yes, we're going to have our year-end celebrations this weekend for all the different local congregations. Today, which is Friday, is our Eva Beach. Shout out to Eva Beach. And on Sunday, I believe Waihe was having their shout out to Waihe. Those are my two locales here. But Miley is Saturday, and then Honolulu is Friday, because it just happened. Because I'm here. Yes, of course. And but in the month of January, on January 19th, which is Monday, a holiday, we'll have our flag football and softball activity, but it also has a different name, if I'm not mistaken, right, guys? What is it called?
The flag foot,
The CFO.
CFO Family Fun.
Yeah, CFO Family Fun Day, and all the different local congregations in Oahu will gather here in Eva, and those in Kauai will gather there in Big Island and Maui, along with our brethren there in American Samoa. So look forward to those different activities, and in the month of February we have many more activities to come, and our hope and our prayer is that for the year 2026 that all the local congregations here in Hawaii-Pacific will be all the more active, especially when it comes to these monthly meetups, that is the introduction to many of our brethren that we haven't not seen yet, we haven't been able to meet yet, because maybe they're new transferees, or maybe they have just been baptized inside of the church, or maybe they've just been in the church for a long time, but yet they're not so comfortable. We'll be able to meet them this year, and the CFO activities on the district and even on the local level will be used as instruments in activating many more of our brethren. They may feel the love of the brotherhood, which of course is in the love of our Almighty God. And in the year 2026, we don't know what is going to happen, but what we do know is that our Almighty God will continue to use the church administration when it comes to having these different activities and approving these different activities, so that the brethren throughout the district become all the more.
Right. And before we go, we also would like to thank our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, not to mention our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Aranyo Manalo, and along with our District Supervising Minister, Brother Jem H. Baitan, along with our Assistant District Supervising Minister, Brother Ador Apostol, and not to mention our CFO Overseer, Brother Brandon Pacheco.
That's me, brother, right? Okay. I thought that was somebody else for a second. Okay, so before we before we end, any shout outs for for our guests here tonight? Janelle?
Yes, shout out to the Kaziwa of this district, the shared district Kaziwa officers, the local presidents, secretaries. Thank you so much for all of your hard work for 2025. I cannot wait for what's in store for us in 2026. Also my family, the Valientes / Braves. Thank you for always supporting. Yes. And local congregation of Miley.
Randy?
same for me. To all you bookloads, thank you very much for a beautiful 2025. To the officers and all the local presidents, as well as our overseers, Brandon, Erwin, thank you very much throughout this whole year with all these activities. Looking forward to a beautiful 2026.
Bruce?
Thank you for that. And big shout out to all the local congregation of Konia and to my family, local congregation of Lihui, my first home congregation. And looking forward to the year 2026. And thank you so much for everyone's help and to the CFO leaders and to the resident minister as well. Thank you.
Carwin?
I'd like to give a shout out to my wife and my two sons. Love you very much. And to the whole district. Love being assigned here. Feel truly blessed being in Hawaii-Pacific. Brandon, do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to the local congregation of Eva Beach, Area 5 and 6, Waiwa, local congregation, Brother Axel, and Brother Nathan. Thank you for coming here, brothers. Also, to our district supervising minister, our Brother Jem, it was mentioned earlier, and our assistant district minister, Kaador, and all the ministers and church workers, along with our families. Happy New Year. I look forward, along with Erwin, to continue to serve in the holy ministry alongside all of you in the year to come. Brother Bruce, want to sign us off?
And thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's.
Be prayerful. Stay safe.
2026.
Yeah.